Down this country lane, little known to those not from these parts, is that you're crossing the border from Northern Ireland into the Republic. Road traffic signs are the only clues to your location.
How are we going, lads? Keep going.
So we're actually in the north now at the minute.
Yeah, there would have been old military installations and checkpoints there, but they're gone.
Well, I remember the two checkpoints there, the customs and the guards, and for the local people it was a big disruption in their whole daily life. You know, to get from one place to the other, they had to do a detour, maybe a 10, 20 mile in some cases.
In the 1960s, when the Troubles started, Northern Ireland was plunged into a war between dissidents and unionists. By the 1970s, the British Army established checkpoints, effectively sealing the border to restrict the movement of paramilitaries. Today's open borders are part of the legacy of the 1998 Good Friday Peace Agreement. But the people of the border communities fear a return to the past in the event of a no-deal Brexit.
My family have lived in this area for several hundred years, and we have never in our lifetime seen this area as peaceful and as happy and as economically prosperous as it has become in the last 25 years. So don't play dangerous games with people's livelihood and with the border in Ireland, which has been associated in the past with so much violence and so much misery.
Ahead of a key vote in Westminster, border communities are making their voices heard.
We will not accept a border on this island. That border belongs in the Irish Sea. Theresa May, sort out your own problems in your own country.
A dramatic reenactment of the past, complete with soldiers and guns. The people that live across this porous border refuse any type of border, and as quickly as they put it up, they hack it down. Today, Northern Ireland's demographic is more evenly split between Catholics and Protestants. And with the prospect of an uncertain future under Brexit, calls for reunification with the Republic are gaining traction. This red and white tape is lifted up and down for people to pass. Grasped gently between two fingers, it perhaps conveys the simplest message of all. Sunday brought some welcome news to the border communities. Ireland's European Affairs Minister Helen McGuinty said they were not planning for a hard border and that Ireland would not accept a time-limited backstop in the Brexit withdrawal agreement to make sure that peace and the Good Friday Agreement were protected. So all eyes now on Westminster as British MPs vote on the Brexit Plan B on Tuesday.
In the shadow of Parliament, all sides wait for word on the government's Brexit plans. Inside, the Prime Minister insists members of Parliament must tell Brussels what it'll take to get agreement in the UK.
What it will take to move beyond the confusion and division and uncertainty that now hangs over us.
And what the Prime Minister said could take a fresh look is the Northern Ireland backstop, an insurance against a return to a hard border between the British-ruled North and the independent South. Unspecified alternative arrangements.
What I'm talking about is not a further exchange of letters, but a significant and legally binding change to the withdrawal agreement.
Therein lies a dilemma for May, because at an EU summit in Cyprus, reports suggested little appetite for reopening talks that took more than 2 years to agree, and particularly on the emotive issue of the British border in Ireland.
As the European Council has clearly indicated, this exit agreement, which was negotiated between the European Union and the UK, is the best deal possible and it's not renegotiable.
On the streets outside Parliament, there was broad agreement.
I don't think the EU will really come up with anything that's any different to what we've got now.
Basically, they told us we've no more negotiations, that's it, door closed. They've already said that's not on, it's impossible, she's wasting her time.
Theresa May's Brexit battles are fast turning into a parliamentary war of attrition, as she promises to return time and again to this place and whittle down resistance. Of course, the entire campaign is now dependent on getting the European Union to reopen those Brexit withdrawal talks. and that's far from a done deal. Richard Bestick, CGTN, London.